Guten Tag, Deutsch 2. Hier ist ein Video für euch über Projekt Deutschlandreise 2, our second Germany travel project. Um, okay. And I have a tool for you, and then I'm going to show you how to use it. You all have 7 or 8 actually locations on a map, okay, that you picked, and you have 4 activities that you did or do, okay, that you do at those locations. All right, and we described those for our last project, Projekt Deutschlandreise 1. Now you're going to put those into the past tense. So you've got to access those sentences, right? If you don't have enough sentences, you're going to have to borrow from other people or kind of come up with some on the spot. And you probably want to check those with me to make sure they're good. All right, but you only need to get 4 sentences correct in the past tense for this project, but you might want to do more for insurance, right? Because if you do 6 and you make mistakes on 2, you still get a perfect score, right? All right, now I have here, okay, a slideshow that you have in this assignment as your document that you can open and edit. All right, and this is what I did. Okay. I added my text. Now, you can see some colors here, and you can hear some loud teachers. Shh. There, okay. All right. This is kind of a template that's going to help you put the right words in the right order for the past tense. All right. We've used this before in the past. We're going to use it again in the future. Okay, it's back. All right. The first thing you're going to say is what your travel destination is. You can fill out the English on this, but when you, of course, when you record your video, you're going to need to say it in German. Okay. I'm using an old slideshow that I made about a trip to a place called Aachen Lake in Austria. There it is. There's Aachensee. Okay, Aachensee. And you can see a couple of things I did there. All right. Anyway, that's Aachensee. Okay. All right. Mein Reiseziel war, okay, notice I said war because that's was, Aachensee in Österreich. Okay. First thing, got to say where you went. And war means was. All right, now my first sentence is that I went by paddle boat on the lake. Okay, that's one of my first activities. All right, so we have I. And then in German, the next thing is going to be your helping verb, okay, which is either going to be bin or habe. All right, and then your actual verb goes all the way at the end of that sentence. So I'm going by paddle boat. I'm using one of these, these paddle boats here. All right, so that's the where it goes at the end, and of course it has to be in the past tense form. All right, so I'm eventually going to say ich bin, because going from point A to point B, gefahren. Okay, and then by paddle boat on the lake, you're going to get this from your sheet, your script that you had. This script that I prepared said that it is ein Tretboot, mit dem Tretboot auf dem See. Okay, so, and I know that. So when I see this slide, okay, you can have English on the slide, but you've got to be able to say, when you have this in front of you, ich bin mit dem Tretboot auf dem See gefahren. Okay. So you get everything in the right order. Now, I know that sounds like I am with the paddle boat on the lake gone. That's what it sounds like in English. But in German, it's a perfect German sentence. It's going to sound awkward until we get used to it and hear it a lot. This template will help you set this up. Okay, let's look at another sentence. All right, and here I just bathed, okay, baden. Okay, I sunbathed. Well, no, I actually bathed in the water on the south bank of the lake, Südufer. Okay, and this is baden, and the past of that okay, if you have a verb that's not on our list, you might have to look it up, is gebadet. Okay, and it's I have, because we're not bathing from one point to another, or yeah. All right, ich habe. Okay, and this is auf dem Südufer. No, it's am Südufer, because I'm up against it. Am Südufer gebadet. Ich habe am Südufer gebadet. All right, so that's that sentence. Okay, here I went with this railway here, the Aachen Railway, Aachenseebahn in German. And I went from the town of Jenbach to the town of Aachensee, von Jenbach bis Aachensee. Okay, I drove. Okay, I was in that thing. This is where you use fahren. Of course, I'm not driving it, but you can say that, right? I went with it. And because I'm going from one place to another, right? Ich bin mit dem Aachenseebahn von Jenbach nach Aachensee gefahren. There's that sentence. All right, and here we go. So this is a restaurant. All right, it's in a town called Geisaln. Zum Mittag. You know what? I'm going to actually add a sentence to this. I ate pizza there. There. These are the objects, the things that you actually get, the things that get verbed, the things that get eaten or used or visited. Ich habe. If you visited a museum, the museum gets visited by you. It's the object. It goes in the orange box. Everything else that has like at or in or anything like this, or any like adverbs like slowly, quickly, you know, they all go here. Ask me questions about that if you have them, about where your words go, because then you want to get them in the right order, all right? So, 8, gegessen, right? And it takes habe. Ich habe Pizza zum Mittag in Geisalm gegessen. There's that sentence. All right, that was 4 sentences. I've left these blank slides for up to, how many? Up to 5 additional sentences, so you'd have 8 altogether. 9, actually. You've got way more than you need. All right, but this is how you fill out the template. You fill it out in English. You can put some pictures in there. And if you have some very long place names in German, you can put those in as well. All right, but you've got to kind of produce these sentences in the past tense correctly. Okay. Right. Okay. So let me know if you have questions. Mach's gut. Tschüss.